The polite smile was starting to feel less like a friendly gesture and more like a mask frozen in place. You could feel the minutes ticking by, each one stretching longer than the last, as the conversation continued its gentle, meandering drift. Your mind was already halfway to the next task, or perhaps just yearning for a moment of quiet reflection. But here you were, still nodding, still offering an occasional or indeed. The topic had long since run its course, the insights exhausted, yet the words kept coming, filling the air with a soft, persistent hum that threatened to drain your energy entirely. You felt it, didn't you? That internal groan, that quiet longing for a clear, kind, yet firm exit. It's a scenario we've all found ourselves in, isn't it? Whether it's a colleague who's just a little too chatty, a well-meaning friend who struggles to land the plane, or even a family discussion that circles back on itself endlessly. We often find ourselves trapped, not by malice, but by an unspoken social contract that tells us it's rude to simply end things. We fear causing offense, appearing abrupt, or hurting feelings. So we drag it out, sacrificing our precious time, our focus, and often our inner peace, leaving us with a lingering residue of low-grade frustration rather than a sense of clean closure. But what if there was a better way? What if we could navigate these moments with both grace and resolve? This is where the wisdom of the Stoics offers us a guiding light. Stoicism, at its heart, is about discerning what is within our control and what is not, and then acting with virtue in that sphere of control. And how we end our conversations truly is well within our power. A Stoic doesn't drag things out. They don't allow their time, their most finite and valuable resource, to be dissipated aimlessly. They understand that clarity isn't just a virtue in thought, but in action, and especially in communication. They seek closure over confusion and a clean break over emotional residue. Not out of rudeness, but out of a deep respect for their own time and the time of others. It's an act of kindness, not just to yourself, but to the person you're speaking with, providing a definitive end rather than ambiguous fade. So, how do we cultivate this Stoic clarity in our conversations? It begins with a shift in perspective. Recognize that it's not just okay to end a conversation, it's often necessary and beneficial. It's an act of courage to step away from the comfortable yet draining drift, and it's an act of wisdom to know when enough is truly enough. Here are a few gentle yet firm approaches inspired by Stoic principles. Firstly, the art of the summary. Before you disengage, briefly recap the key points of the discussion. This signals that you've been listening attentively, that the core message has been received, and that the conversation has reached a logical conclusion. For instance, so, if I understand correctly, we've agreed on X and the next steps for Y are Z. This gives a clear, concise endpoint. It's a verbal period at the end of a sentence. Secondly, the forward-looking transition. Once you've summarized, pivot gently to your next commitment or a future interaction. This provides a natural, logical reason for departure without needing to invent an excuse. You are simply stating your reality. I really appreciate this chat about LABA topic, but I need to prepare for my next meeting. Or, it's been great catching up, but I should let you get back to your evening. This isn't about fabricating urgency. It's about honoring your schedule and commitments, a practice a Stoic values highly. You're simply stating your truth. Thirdly, the expression of gratitude followed by a clear exit. A sincere thank you can soften any perceived abruptness. Thank you so much for sharing your insights on this. I really found it helpful. I'm going to head off now. Or, I truly enjoyed our conversation. I'm going to get a start on my tasks for the day. The warmth of the gratitude is paired with the unambiguous statement of your immediate intention. There's no room for ambiguity here, no lingering question of, are they really leaving? Sometimes, despite our best efforts, the other person might not pick up on these cues. This is where a touch of stoic firmness, tempered with kindness, comes in. Remember, you control your actions and reactions, not theirs. If they try to restart the discussion, gently but clearly repeat your intention. As much as I'd love to continue, I really do need to wrap things up now. Maintain eye contact, offer a polite smile, and then gently begin to disengage, perhaps by standing up or gathering your belongings if you're in person. This is not about being cold, it's about maintaining your boundaries with dignity and respect. The beauty of practicing these techniques is that they cultivate clarity not just in how you end conversations, but in how you approach all your interactions. You become more intentional, more present when you are engaged, knowing that you have the tools to disengage respectfully when the time is right. You protect your mental energy, prevent resentment from building, and often healthier relationships built on mutual respect for time and space. Think of it as tidying up. Just as you wouldn't leave a physical space cluttered with unnecessary items, why would you allow your conversational space to be cluttered with lingering, unresolved dialogue? Ending conversations with clarity is about embracing the idea that every interaction has a natural lifespan. When it's run its course, it's a sign of wisdom to acknowledge that and to bring it to a gentle yet definitive close. So, the next time you feel that internal groan, that polite smile beginning to freeze, remember the Stoic path. Choose closure over confusion, clarity over emotional residue. Practice the art of the concise summary, the forward-looking transition, and the grateful, firm exit. You'll find yourself reclaiming your time, preserving your energy, and often fostering clearer, more respectful connections in all areas of your life. I encourage you to try these approaches in your own conversations. Observe how much lighter you feel, how much clearer your interactions become. What are your own experiences with ending conversations? Do you have strategies that work well for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if this message resonated with you, consider subscribing or following for more insights on living a more intentional life. Until next time, may your conversations be clear, kind, and always beautifully ended.